I'm here at the start line. This is my virtual London Marathon. Starting here in Ramsgate in East Kent, 42k, finished up in Whitstable. Bit cloudy, weather's forecast a bit changeable today, might get some rain, so we'll see how we go. Hi everyone, so I'm going to jump in here. I'm obviously not running, and it's actually the day after the virtual London Marathon. It all went horribly wrong. I started doing this video when I was out, trying to document and follow my run and my virtual London Marathon experience. It started brilliantly for me and went horribly wrong. So, going to keep some of the video I shot and some of the pictures. Hope you enjoy those. You get a bit of a feel for what it was like out yesterday. And I'll come back in a bit and we'll talk a bit more about how it kind of ended. So, an hour in, 7.5k, feeling good so far, taking it easy on the hills, no sense in pushing too hard too soon, blowing up early. So as I'm coming up the hill, walk a little bit, get some fuel. Next segment is quite rolling, some lovely downhill pieces, but a few climbs as well, so just gonna take it a little easy on climbs. No point pushing, like I say, too hard too early, blowing up early. Got plenty of kilometres to do there yet, and yeah, so coming out the flat, let's get this in, push on. And here's where the wheels come off. So yeah, big shout out to my wife and daughter who were my support crew yesterday. They got me to the start line because it's away from home. I didn't try and get buses or anything. But more importantly, they were there, they come and pick me up. They were there within 20 minutes of me making the call home when I've taken the decision to call it a day. So a little bit of reflection. Positives. Let's start with them. Yeah, I started out really strong. I went out a little bit hard on my first couple of K, but managed to get it back under control, finding a steady pace. Walking a little bit some of the hills, not going too mad. And that seemed to be working, that kind of probably 70-30 run walk kind of combo. Felt like I was actually in a fairly steady pace. I was able just to plod along, you know, fairly well, fairly steady. Fueling, yeah, was happy with that. I'd worked out what I needed to take on per hour. I had an hourly fueling rate with gels and bars, and was also then just sipping water through. I had my hydration pack on. So I was well kitted out, self-supported, so I had my fuel, everything all on me, and it was really comfortable. The kit was comfortable, didn't feel overloaded. I don't think that extra weight I carried contributed to the problems at all. I've trained with it, more than happy with it. So yeah, I was really confident. My feet actually felt good. I've had plantar fasciitis problems in the past, no problems with any of that. That was good. And yeah, it was going really well. It was about 18k, things started going wrong. Started getting a bit of discomfort in my hips and my knees. Started out just aches. Okay, I'm doing a big effort here. Body's feeling it a little bit. Nothing too much to worry about. Back off a little bit. Should be fine. It wasn't long after that discomfort in my knee started changing to something else. It was getting seriously painful. And it just got worse and worse. And by 21k, I was as much hobbling as trying to run. I could probably on a good day walk fast, and I was trotting along at the end of it. So yeah, it was getting to the point that was seriously painful. And alarm bells ringing. This is not going to go well. If I try and push on now, it's aside of how long it takes, I'm going to injure myself. So yeah, made that hard decision. Listen to my body. Accept that. That's it. It's not happening today, sadly. I've had knee problems since I was a teenager, so 30 odd years of dealing with that. Generally, the last few years have been really good. My knees actually have been in really good shape. I think my triathlon training's really helped that. I've trained and run a lot longer in training and not had any problems. I've done triathlons and other events and not had problems like this that would make me pull up short. I've had some discomfort, but not to the point where I literally can't go on. So my nearest guess, I think, just reflecting, is that my knees took more of a hammering on Race to Sun Lake District. They were certainly sore after that, and that certainly affected me on the final climb and descent. But again, I was able to finish and walk and not be in the place I was now. So I think they probably took a more of a hammering and needed more recovery before another big effort. That's my nearest guess. So for now, it's going to be recover, take things easy. For a few days, no exercise at all. I'm just keep the weight off the leg. I'm then going to come back, bit of swimming. I love swimming anyway, and it's low impact, and I can barely, I can keep my legs fairly gentle use as well in that. Just start moving it slowly. Then bring in a little bit of gentle cycling on the turbo trainer. Again, I can control that. I don't have to go crazy on Zwift. So I'll choose flat routes and just gently spin it out and just get some movement going and go from there. And then see how I feel and take it very slowly. I don't have any running events, any events at all now for the rest of the year. So, I've nothing to train for. Specifically, I was about to move into my winter training, which would be about maintaining fitness and then starting to find a basis for next year. So, disappointing, yes. The right decision, yes. To pull out. And what I guess I really want to finish with is saying to people, there's so many people who did amazing yesterday. There's thousands of people who absolutely smashed the marathon. I'm sure went through a lot of pain themselves and did an amazing job. And huge shout out to all of those. But also, sometimes it's not your day. And I do think it's better to just know when to stop, listen to your body, come back stronger, and not do that long-term damage. Because you'll be out longer with it. Take that one DNF. It's the first one I've ever had. It still hurts a bit, but in that sense. But I think, definitely the right decision. Come back stronger. But I did have a great day out up until that point. I was really enjoying it. Loved the route. Going on seafront. Saw lots of other virtual runners. And, just a huge sort of camaraderie out on the course, which was really, really good. So, it was still an amazing day. Finished a bit shorter for me than expected, but like I say, that's life. So, going to be moving into winter training, try and keep some content going around that. So, if you'd like to hear more, do like and subscribe the channel. Trying to build some content out as we go along. Anything you want to hear about as I move into my sort of winter training? Pop it in the comments below. Anything you want to hit me talking about. Relatively new to triathlon sports as well over the last couple of years. So anything that you might want to hear about from a more beginner's perspective, what I've had to learn over the last couple of years. Again, drop it in those comments. We'll see what we can get together. Until then, I'm off to do some more recovery and rest up. And we'll see you on the next video.